Greetings, 2E0PGS here, another whiskey review. Today is a Bruichladdich, the classic Laddie. I've been saving this one for a while, since probably the end of winter. 50% volume, Unpeated Islay single malt Scotch whisky. It's a non-age statement whisky, which is a bit annoying, but we're here to review it anyway, nevertheless. I think I paid... I apologise for the background noise with the fans, it's because it's extremely hot at the moment in the southwest of England. I think I paid around £35, I think. £35 or £40. So yeah, you can appreciate I've been saving this one so I don't drink it all, so I can save a bit for the review. Fresh glass. Let's pour some in. Not quite sure how much is left. It's a fair bit there, there's another glass probably. So just leave it at that for a minute. It's got a nice gold colour. It's been sat in that bottle for a couple of months now. Like the last dregs have. So the entire bottle's been around for quite a few months. There's a bit of sediment from the cork. The cork is starting to break down a bit. In fact, before I taste it, the initial smell is quite a strong whisky smell. Being 50%, it's quite strong on the nose. Quite a light smell to it. Certainly a sort of light, slightly sweet smelling whisky. Maybe a slight bit of fresh fruit or something. Let's give it a taste. It's been a few months since I've had any whiskey, so it sort of refreshed my palate in the meantime. Quite a nice sweet whiskey. Perhaps a wine, slight wine, maybe a sherry note. Only a very slight. Nice and sweet and fresh. Doesn't taste musty or anything, quite a fresh whiskey, maybe slightly younger tasting. It has the 50% sort of tingles the tongue a bit. Maybe a slight cream note, sort of sweet cream. Certainly a little bit of a burn with that 50% on the throat lingering around. And go for another taste. Yeah, so basically a sort of sweet, fresh fruit, but a nice sort of silkiness, smooth sort of sweetness a cream would have, because it's so easy to go down. It's an Islay whiskey, but I don't really detect any smoke. Maybe just the slightest hint of regular sort of barrel smoke charring, really. It's quite a sweet whiskey. Nothing like a sherry whiskey sweet, but there is a slight, probably the fruitiness, the sweetness from the fruit. yeah, it is unpeated, so you're losing a lot of the strong peat you'd have normally, but that doesn't detract from this whiskey. It's unchill filtered, colouring free at Bruichladdich distillery. Products of Scotland, made in Ireland, and they're progressive, supposedly progressive Hebridean distillers. So, at £35, is it worth the money, or even £40? I can't remember. I think I paid, could have been 40 quid I paid for it. I had a feeling I got it slightly cheaper. I think it's worth the money. Even though it's not age statement, it's a very good whiskey. And the fact that it's colouring free and, what was it, non-chill filtered, you're getting a lot of those flavours coming through. And that 50% bottling as well really adds to the effect, the whole experience when you're looking for something like this. And it's nice to have an Islay whiskey that's unpeated sometimes, as well, fresher. So, it's worth the money. Shame it's not an age statement on there. I'll try, probably acquire some of that age statement whiskies next. If I'm not careful, I might order some tonight, because it's been a while since I had some whiskey, and this is certainly tickling my fancy tonight. So I may finish the bottle of this, and I can recommend this one. You can find it in, you'll probably find it in Waitrose, but I bought mine on Amazon, I believe. But the only downside is that age statement, really, and perhaps the slightly costly price of 40 quid. However, that's still very cheap when you're thinking about this sort of product that's non-chill filtered, unpeated, and is almost like a craft whiskey. Well, they put themselves as progressive distillers. Well, in my opinion, that's how whiskey should be. It shouldn't have to be progressive to go back to non-filter. That's like, the origins were probably not filtered, you see what I'm saying? Filtering is probably a relatively recent process. But yeah, definitely worth it. Pick a bottle up. I'll try and get some of the age statement stuff, and we'll see how that stacks up. It's been 2E0 PGS. Hope you enjoyed the better camera quality. Apologies for the sound of the fans, it's very, very hot here. Cheers.